Very good afternoon to everyone, to all the participants in this PGP webinar. Very warm welcome again. Thank you very much, firstly, for joining in on a Monday afternoon for the information webinar. To the objective of this particular webinar is to give you further information and also act as a platform to clarify any questions, any doubts, and to give you additional information about how the program is, how it is structured, etc. Thank you once again to all the participants for joining in. In terms of the webinar, in terms of the panelists on the webinar, we have today Dr. Rachna Baid, who is the Professor, Dean, and also the Head of Department of CCB, that is Center for Capacity Building Academics at National Institute of Securities Market. So she's the one who is the program director also for this BGP program in securities market. Alongside Rachna ma'am, I'll be there throughout the webinar. My name is Dhiren Gokani. I'm the program manager for this particular program. And for the benefit of all the participants, we have also requested and invited a couple of our participants in the program. One of them is an ex-PGP pass out, and one of them is currently undergoing the program in the 25-26 batch. They'll also be sharing their experiences later on towards the second half of the webinar. Hence, I request all of you to stay logged in. And in case if you have any questions, you can always put it in the Q&A or the chat box, and we'll respond accordingly. In case if your question remains unanswered for some time, please be patient. We'll come back to you, and we can also come back to you post the webinar ends later on to clarify any doubts or any questions with respect to the program. To begin with, I'll first introduce Dr. Rachna Baid. Dr. Rachna Baid has done a PhD in finance in 2001, and she is also an MCOM from Osmania University in 1995. She has over 3 decades of experience in capital markets, conducting training programs, also in academic research, in consulting assignments as well. And she has been teaching and training various market participants in the areas related to financial institutions, markets, and portfolio management, corporate finance, as well as behavioral finance. So I'll first request Dr. Baid to take us through the brief of the program and overall from the NISM's perspective, what are the offerings that we have. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dhiren. Very good afternoon to all of you. We can go to the next slide, Dhiren.
Yes, ma'am.
Very briefly about NISM. I'm sure all of you know about NISM, and many of you would know about NISM for the certifications which we offer in the field of securities market, various domains and segments in securities market. In addition to certification, NISM also has a bouquet of other offerings, including e-learning programs, management development programs, and academic programs. Next slide, Dhiren. These are our academic offerings. So NISM currently offers 4 residential programs and 5 online hybrid programs. This webinar today is devoted for a specific offering, that is postgraduate program in securities market, portfolio management, investment advisory, and research analysis. My humble request to all the participants is, after we make the presentation about this program, we would be requesting you, we would be asking you if you have any questions or doubts, requesting you that please raise questions about this specific offerings. Each of the other offerings, admission process is on, and NISM regularly is conducting webinars on all the other offerings separately. For example, today the webinar is being conducted for the PMIARA offering. Similarly, there is a calendar chalked out and it is available on NISM's website and also shared through social media. Webinars are being conducted for other offerings as well. So let's very briefly talk about what this program is. Next slide, Dhiren. Yeah. So the admission is on. Applications are being invited for the sixth batch of postgraduate program in securities market with specialization in portfolio management, investment advisory, and research analysis. Currently, the fifth batch is going on. Previously, we have very successfully completed 4 offerings. It's a 15 months long program offered on weekends, offered in a hybrid format. Hybrid in the sense that we are having classroom setups for those who would like to come and attend the program in person. In addition to that, the classes are zoomed online. So those who are not able to come physically and attend the classes can attend the sessions online. So that way we are calling it as a hybrid program. Those who are attending the sessions online, they are also invited to come and attend a immersion program at the campus of NISM. We are located in the close to New Bombay. The details about our locations and all would be available on our website as well as through this presentation. So this is a 15 months long program. As I have already mentioned, Saturday and Sunday classes will be conducted in hybrid mode. Next slide, Dere.
So,
the eligibility criteria is being mentioned here. What is required to apply into this program is a bachelor's degree. You should have completed a bachelor's program in any stream or specialization is okay. It's not like we are inviting application only from finance or accounting professional. No, graduates in the field of engineering, commerce, arts, sciences, any field is welcome to apply into this program. However, as you can see, the candidate should have completed the graduation at the time of start of the program. So those who are right now doing their undergraduation, if they are not able to finish it before the date we are starting the program, then they are not eligible this year. They of course can apply for the next offering. We are selecting the candidates by conducting an online interview. Candidates would be intimated in advance about the dates and time scheduling of online interview. You would be required to join in the interaction session with the panel of NISM faculty who would be conducting the process of interview for you all. So this is about the program architecture. I request Dhiren to take you through the program architecture.
sure. Thank you very much, ma'am. So, as ma'am mentioned, that this is going to be a 15-month weekend program. Our program is divided into 5 trimesters in all. The first 3 trimesters each trimester will have a specific course. So, for example, the first trimester has got the 3 courses listed on your screen, and these are the courses which will help you, build the foundations of securities market or the financial market ecosystem here. And based on that, as we progress, the courses will then advance into topics like derivatives and risk management, economics for securities market, and so on. So the first 3 trimesters, each trimester will have a set of courses, 3 courses in all. Each course will be of 30 hours each, that is 10 sessions of 3 hours each. And each trimester is consisting of 90 hours. These 90 hours will be delivered on weekends on the timings that we mentioned in the previous slide. On Saturday from 6 to 9:15 and on Sunday from 10 to 5:15, 2 sessions on Sunday. This is how the trimesters will be delivered across 15 months. So, for example, in the 3rd trimester, we have this advanced courses like security analysis and valuation, and so on. When we come to the 4th trimester, this is where the specialization trimester begins. So, as you notice on the program title, there are 3 specializations: portfolio management, investment advisory, and research analyst. These 3 trimesters or specializations will be delivered in the trimester 4 after you have built the foundations in the topics of the first 3 trimesters, right? So again, the portfolio management will have got three separate courses consisting of 30 hours each, totaling to 90 hours. Similarly, the investment advisory trimester also will have three courses of 30 hours each. And similarly for RA. Once your trimester ends, okay, another thing which we wanted to bring to your notice is that the trimester 4, only the trimester 4, the sessions will be completely online. They will not be in hybrid mode. So for those of you who want to spare some time on weekends during the trimester 4, may not class visits are not required, only in the trimester 4. Once your trimester 4 of specialization is completed, then you have to submit a project report in the area of specialization. This is again completely offline. There are no sessions during this particular trimester. Uh, NISM will assign a mentor to you. You will have to work along with the mentor and develop or submit a project report over this trimester 5. This is your dissertation component. The topics which you will choose in this specialization and the report submission and the work to be done is in consultation with the mentor. So over the 15 months, your program is actually divided into 5 trimesters. Just to bring to your attention, there is also a campus visit. Now, the campus visit of 3 days will be done to facilitate or to give you inputs about how to go about doing the specialization or the time completing the dissertation work. So while you're on campus, there will be an opportunity to interact with your batchmates also, as well as to interact with NISM faculty members also and mentors also. So sessions will arrange for the sessions and arrange for the campus visit towards the end of the trimester, once your trimester 4 ends, right? Just to bring it another aspect to your notice, again, as I mentioned earlier, this is for the trimester 5 is again only offline. There are no classes at all in trimester 5, right?
So Dhiren, here
Yeah.
it may be a good idea to reiterate the structure of the program. As I already see some questions, maybe you can go back to the slide where we have the curriculum program architecture for the first 3 trimesters.
Okay.
Let people understand that first 3 trimester will be common to one and all enrolled into this program. The fourth and so this is trimester 1, trimester 2, followed by trimester 3 is where the subjects are offered to one and all. The specialization term is the 4th trimester. So participants are expected to choose one specific specialization, either PM or IA or RA. Either of the 3 they have to select in the 4th trimester. If one has selected PM, one is supposed to go through the subjects only pertaining to the PM, which are listed here on the screen. Similarly, if somebody selects, next slide there, IA, one would be going through these 3 subjects. Similarly, if one selects RA, one would be going through RA subjects. That means there would be 3 specialization tracks happening simultaneously. You would be attending as a participant only one specific specialization track in the 4th semester. Once you complete your 4th semester specialization, you would be required to prepare and submit a dissertation in the area of your specialization. Of course, as Dhiren was mentioning, under the mentorship of a guide assigned to you by NISM. So I hope this makes the structure of the program clear to one and all. That is why I hope that is also answering the question which somebody is asking over the chat, whether one would be eligible to have all the 3 certificates together. No, you would be getting only one certificate. How would it go? If you complete the specialization in PM, your certificate will look like PGP SM in bracket PM, portfolio management. Similarly, if somebody completes, this is how it will look like. Similarly, if one completes in RA, it will look like PGP SM in RA or PGP SM in IA. This we thought it would be a good idea to reiterate. Of course, all this information is also available in our prospectus as well as in FAQ. Over to you, Dhiren.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. So in terms of the evaluation process, we have got for each course, at the course, the evaluation happens at the course level. When I say course level, the course which I referred to of 30 hours. So each course we'll evaluate on two counts. One is the internal assessment and one is the end term exam. In the internal assessment, we give you quizzes and assignments, and the weightage of that is 50%. That is, if it's a 100 marks paper, you'll have to, the assigned weightage is 50 marks. And in the end term exam, it is more of a subjective exam conducted online. So you don't have to travel for anywhere, even for the end term exam. The entire course is delivered in online mode only. Even the end term exam will be happening online mode. And the weightage of that end term exam is 50%. The grading, again, here I request everyone's attention, is that the grading also is happening at two stages. One is the internal assessment. You have to score 40% marks. That is 20 marks out of 50. Okay. And in the end term exam, there are again 20 marks out of 50. Overall, end term exam and internal assessment combined, you should score 50 marks minimum to clear that particular course. Please note again, the evaluation process is at a course level. So if there are 3 courses, then you have to clear the evaluation process as listed on the page at each course level. Right? I'll respond to the questions once I am done with the slides. So in terms of attendance requirements also, we have strict guidelines which we have mentioned in the FAQs also in terms of the attendance requirements. Out of the 30 hours, that is 10 sessions of 3 hours each, minimum 80% is required, which means that you have to attend at least 8 sessions out of 10 for sure to meet the attendance requirement. This is stage 1 or one aspect of the attendance. Second aspect is that in a 3-hour session, we want you to be there, present in the session, logged in on to session, at least for 160 out of the 180 minutes. We are tracking these sessions again happen on a Zoom meeting like we are doing this webinar on the same platform. We track the attendance as well and track your attendance at the session level also and at the timing level also. So each session will have to clock in minimum 160 minutes out of the 180 minutes, right, to meet the attendance criteria. So evaluation and attendance both go hand in hand, and we request everyone's attendance in terms of the requirements of the program throughout all the trimesters and throughout all the courses. So in a nutshell, this particular program needs some time commitments over weekends, and these weekends again spread over 15 months. So we request all of you, to take that into consideration as well. These sessions, just to bring it to everyone's attention, the academic calendar of all these 5 trimesters, we send it out to all the participants in advance. So 15 months academic calendar is shared with you in advance at the beginning of the program, so you can plan your personal and business commitments accordingly. We stick to the schedule so that our timelines are met also, and we are able to deliver those 30 hours at each course level, right? So this is about your course, about evaluation, and about the attendance requirements also. The fee structure detail again is available in the prospectus also. So total fees is 3,65,884, and this also includes your campus immersion fees, which has the accommodation fee and the dining fee also, all inclusive. Any expenses that you conduct while you're on your trip, etc., excluding the in-house campus visit, that has to be borne by the particular participant. Otherwise, in-house, once you're on campus, the accommodation and the dining fee is already included in the fee structure. These are the deadlines for all of you. I mean, in terms of our application. So the application closes on May 15th. You have plenty of time. My request to all the participants on the program, on the webinar, is that you please go through the prospectus and the FAQs in case if you haven't gone through. That will give or clarify several questions which are, generic in nature. And still, if you have any clarifications required, then you can always write back to us. I will share the contact details also. You will receive the call for online personal interviews again via email by May 20th, and the online personal interviews will begin from May 25th onwards. Right? Selection will be communicated on June 15th, and we begin on July 4th, which is a Saturday. The session will, normal regular sessions will begin. So your effectively academic year 26-27 will begin from July 4th onwards. Right. So these are some of the program contents. I'll come back to the chat and try and respond to some of the questions. But while I'll go through the chat, I'll also would like to introduce our program participants from the previous batches to share their experience. You can hear them out, try and understand whether, how they have found the program, and then make an informed decision accordingly. So to begin with, we have two of our program participants, Mr. Ashwin D'Souza. He has already completed the PGP program, all the 5 trimesters, and cleared the program. And Commander Anuj Palat is currently undergoing or part of the PGP 25-26 program. So I'll first request Mr. Ashwin D'Souza to, Ashwin sir, if you can, share your thoughts and your experiences, that will be great.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I am audible, right?
Yes.
Yes, you.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, this is Ashwin Albert D'Souza. I completed, I was part of the third batch. I completed my specialization in portfolio management in 2024. And then I did do a second specialization in investment advisory in 25. So I am a non-finance graduate, and when I wanted to switch to finance, I wanted to complete a program that was structured, recognized, and then it addressed specific specializations. Okay, that were of interest to me, which was primarily to build a business on portfolio management and investment advisory. So that was the reason I selected this course. The first 3 trimesters of the course, right? There are some courses like overview of securities market, financial statement analysis, financial theories, and behavioral finance, which were covered. But these give you the first principles in this industry, okay? And these paved the way for the advanced practice-oriented courses, which were covered in trimester 4, which leads to the specialization. These courses make the transition seamless and easy to adapt. Okay, I mean, so even though I was from a non-finance background, you do get hands-on exposure to quantitative portfolio techniques, including factor-based investing, optimization models, etc. Since you are engaging in these sessions with industry practitioners, this will deepen, I mean, this has deepened my understanding of real world fund management. Okay. And then regulatory expectations. This is something that most people don't think of, but regulatory expectations is very important. And then, of course, the market structure. I was very glad that I was able to collaborate with my peers who came from different diverse professional backgrounds. That enriched my experience, especially on multi-asset strategies, behavioral finance, and then client-centric advisory models. Okay. So while the PGP program is in hybrid mode, the campus immersion was very, very beneficial, where we could have face-to-face discussions, simulations, and then feedback sessions with mentors, faculty, as well as peers. Okay, there's a lot. So well, my personal opinion is 2/3 you will learn from the course and faculty, and 1/3 from your peers. Okay, so don't miss out on that. On completion of this program, I have applied this in my own practice. This has helped me to refine my firm's model portfolios, improve the risk return adjusted outcomes, and aligning them with the more closely followed global practices, okay, best practices. I have upgraded the financial planning modules based on the suggestions, and then this has kind of flown down to the clients, okay, based on the learnings from the course. The campus immersion sessions on client profiling, behavioral biases, that has helped me to improve my advisory communication, which has resulted in more clear, structured client onboarding and then suitability assessments. Okay. So in a brief, that's what I want to say in a nutshell, how the course has helped me achieve my objective of having my own practice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashwinji. May I now request Commander Anuj Palaji as well to share your experience and your thoughts, please?
Thank you, Virenji. Good afternoon to one and all. First of all, thank you, NISM Rachna ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. My name is Commander Anuj, and I am a veteran submariner from the Indian Navy, and I am currently pursuing my postgraduate program in securities market with portfolio management specialization. To begin with, let me tell you that I completely come from a family of servicemen with no background whatsoever in finance or capital markets. So my decision to enroll to this program was purely driven by passion for financial markets, and I was also looking for a program that offers structured learning and provides a professional clarity to pursue my long-term career in securities market. While SEBI registration is mandated, my primary motivation was to develop a nuanced understanding of capital market, improve my financial decision making ability to manage capital with discipline and responsibility. Let me share with you, for me this program stood out for three main reasons. First, it was a completely exclusive focused on the securities market, unlike any other MBAs. Second, we can learn the dynamics of securities market from the faculties who are seasoned and practitioners with real world insight. As Mr. Ashwin has brought out, one third of the learnings we get from our peer groups. And third is the chance to interact with serious and diverse peer group networks with professionals from various diverse backgrounds and age group. Just to give you an example, in our batch, we have participants from the age 23 to going upwards to 58. So this diversity encourages meaningful discussions in live sessions and also provides an opportunity to work and collaborate together in the future. Within our batch itself, a few participants have already begun their entrepreneurial journey in capital markets. Also, interaction with SEBI officials further helped us to understand not just SEBI regulations, but more importantly, the rationale behind those regulations. The most significant transformation the PGP program creates is in how you think. The curriculum is thoughtfully designed and is aligned with the current market realities. The hybrid format offers flexibility, but the academic seriousness remains intact. We'll be provided with pre-reading materials and post-class notes to ensure that we engage with topics meaningfully. There will be guest sessions which will add practical exposure which goes beyond the textbooks. And for someone without a financial pedigree, this structured approach significantly shortened my learning curve and enabled me to participate confidently in advanced market discussions. So presently I am in my third trimester. So let me briefly dwell into how these specific subjects has reshaped my thinking. The course and overview of securities market has provided a structural clarity on the entire capital market ecosystem. Earlier for me, the topics such as primary market, credit rating agencies, AIF, InVITs, the entire IPO process mechanism were fragmented in my understanding. So I began to see how these regulations, exchanges, intermediaries, and investors function as an interconnected system. Markets stopped appearing random and began to make structural sense to me. The course on quantitative methodology was also a decisive shift. Learning tools such as hypothesis testing, correlation analysis, and portfolio performance evaluation introduced analytical discipline. So basically, I moved from an instinct-based opinion to a data-driven person, and risk became measurable and assumptions became testable. Financial statement analysis fundamentally changed how I started evaluating companies. Instead of focusing on price trends, I began examining cash flows, revenue recognition quality, the leverage the company has, sustainability of earnings, and the early warning signals. I learned to read this financial statement as a structured narrative and not just numbers on a page. Then we had a session on economics of securities market, which connected macro variables like inflation, interest rates, monetary policy, fiscal policies, all to the asset prices. And especially in today's geopolitical environment, this macro micro connection has become very indispensable. The most negated part was the income instruments. I thought I never actually paid heed to fixed income securities, but after this class, it expanded my thinking beyond the equity centric strategies that I have or I pursue. Concepts such as interest rate risk, bond pricing mechanics, etc. deepened my understanding of portfolio construction. Similarly, we had classes on alternate asset classes, which introduced us to non traditional instruments such as specialized investment funds and strengthening my appreciation of multi asset allocation and its diversification benefits rather than just to sticking to equities as a strategy. Financial theories and behavioral finance. This is very unique to this course because we all love numbers. But this course reinforced a critical insight that markets are influenced as much by psychology as by numbers. So Dr. Rachna ma'am only took these classes and it was very interactive. We had discussions on market bubbles, mispricing, herd behavior, cognitive biases, and it added a behavioral dimension to my analytical thinking. So basically, to summarize, across all subjects, the concepts are built very progressively. Theory is consistently linked with the real world scenarios, making the learning very practical rather than abstract. We also benefit from insights shared by those involved in policy making, which helps us understand the rationale behind regulatory decisions. With all this said, I would like to be transparent in saying that this is not a passive weekend program, at least for me. The flexibility of weekend classes is balanced by a serious academic rigor. There are assignments, evaluations, and expectations of preparation. And if approached casually, it may feel a bit demanding, but it is precisely this rigor that makes this program credible and professionally relevant. The administrative coordination has been very seamless throughout, which is especially important for people like us who are working professionals who are balancing multiple commitments. So let me summarize and conclude with a reflection from my background. In armed forces, we are taught responsibility demands preparation, discipline, and respect for risk. The security market is no different. Hence, the value of this program goes beyond the regulatory compliance. And for anyone who seeks to go beyond eligibility and build genuine capability and analytical competence and critical thinking, this program provides a strong and structured foundations. So, thank you very much for your time. I wish all the participants more clarity and conviction in their decision making and best wishes to all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anujji and Shimji, for sharing your thoughts and your experiences. I'm sure that participants who have joined in will certainly benefit from your thoughts as well, and will enable them to make proceed with their decision about the program. Before I see some of the questions which I can quickly respond to in the chat box and the Q&A. In terms of the age, there is no upper age limit in the program. So, and as Anuj mentioned, and as per our experience from previous batches also, we have had people from the age group of 23 to 25 as well, going all the way up to 65 also. So it's a diverse group in not only in terms of the age, but also in terms of the background. We see participants like Commander Anuj, who is from the services, from non-finance background, from information technology, from engineering, from other backgrounds as well, who have joined this program with a keen interest on the markets. And that's where this particular program with its structure has benefited them. So it is diversified group in terms of the age, also in terms of the background, and also in terms of the future career prospects also. Like some of them wanted to start off their own firms later on, or some of them wanted to progress in their own personal investments and so on and so forth. So it's a diversified lot. Regarding the exams, please note that all the exams are conducted online only, including the quiz. Assignments also have to be submitted online. The end term exam is also conducted in online mode. So you need not travel anywhere for any of the exams. The only travel or only in-person presence required is during the campus visit. That is one. Secondly, one question on the study materials. When the trimester begins, we share a detailed course outline with all of you. The detailed course outline has got reference textbooks, reference materials, as to as a subsequent reading required for all the participants. But the focus on the study material is whatever is discussed in the class. Most of our faculty members discuss the topics at length, not just from a presentation, but also from case studies, also from Excel workings, etc. So whatever material is discussed in the class is shared with all the participants, and the exam requirements are also shared by each faculty member separately at a course level. So there's no separate, study material which is provided as a book. However, references are also made to chapters which are from the NISM certification book as well, which are available freely on NISM's website also. In terms of the class timings, it is 6 to 9:15 on a Saturday evening, and Sunday it starts from 10 a.m. to 1:15, 45-minute break, 2 to 5:15 are the class timings. There's no placement or placement assistance in this program. This is purely for working professionals and a weekend program. Yeah.
I would like to add here, Dhiren,
Yeah.
as Anujji and Ashwin was also talking about the profile of the cohort, where they have mentioned that there was a lot of learning from the peer group learning, and majorly that is happening because people are coming with diverse background. And you were also talking about the profiles of the
Yes.
participants. We must mention to our the attendees of this webinar that many of the participants in the program are already registered IA or PM and RA. They are already functioning in the field, and they have come and still joined this program in spite of being able to fulfill the requirements of the regulation for structured learning. So here the participant will get a benefit of interacting with diverse profile as well as those who are already veterans in the field of securities market. So though directly this being a weekend program, we do not provide an explicit placement support, but because of the interaction with this kind of cohort, the opportunities would always open up. We are not formally organizing placements, but you would get the opportunity of interacting with people who are from the field and always looking out for suitable talent. In addition to that, the faculty who would be coming, especially in the specialization terms, are practitioners. So this you will get an opportunity to connect with those who are there in the field. And rest is like in your hand how you will take it forward and kind of lead it to your way in the various functions and domains in securities market. I just thought I will add this to the attendees.
Sure. Yes, Ashwinji, you wanted to share something?
Yeah. So I think what Rachna ma'am said at the end, right? So I run a company called Finkasturi Nivesh Private Limited, and this is what exactly happened with me in fourth trimester. Okay, one of the faculty members connected me to the earlier owner of Finkasturi Nivesh Private Limited, who is still part of the company. Okay, but now we run it jointly. So that kind of collaboration opportunities do exist, but the thing is people do need to speak up, interact with the industry practitioners and look at opportunities. Okay, it won't come on a platter, but you definitely need to work with these industry practitioners and probe a bit, spend some effort, and then of course the willing to take some risk. Okay, so that was it. Thank you.
Absolutely. It will not come on a platter, but this program does provide a platform. There
Right.
are some questions pertaining to whether people from outside Mumbai, how would they attend the classes? So as we have mentioned, you can all attend the classes online. As Anuj, I think you have attended all the classes online only, right?
Yes, ma'am. So far, everything is online.
So you are attending from which part of the country? If you mention, it becomes, yeah,
Yeah, so I am attending from Vishakhapatnam
you are
on the East
attending.
Coast.
So without any difficulties, he has been attending all the classes from the comfort of his home. But as he has also mentioned, the program is a little demanding in terms of not only the time, but also the commitment. And especially those who are coming from non-finance, non-securities market domain, there would be a requirement to, prepare yourself during the week as well. So that way it will be a little engaging and demanding program.
Sure.
Recordings we provide. There are some terms and conditions which once you enroll into the program, you would be shared with those requirements. But yes, we do have we do provide recordings. However, as somebody was mentioning in terms of the attendance, Dhiren has also already mentioned about the minimum attendance requirement and which is rigorously followed. We do not want to make this program as a online program in that sense. We would like it to be an interactive program. And as Ashwin was mentioning, only when you are coming to the classes, be online and interacting with the speakers and other participants. That is where the true value of the program lies. So that is the reason we would be insisting on the minimum attendance requirement.
Ma'am, there's a question regarding the validity of the certificate. The PGP program certificate that we are talking about does not have any specific validity. It remains valid perpetually. There's no separate validity attached to it. The validity is only for an NISM certification, not the PGP program that we are talking or referring to in this webinar. One question regarding would we get assistance for getting ourselves SEBI registered? Please understand, SEBI registration process is a completely independent process done by SEBI. NISM has no role to play in the SEBI registration process. So it has to be completely done by at your end, at the
However, we
participants.
do invite speakers from SEBI. During the course of your program, there would be speakers coming from SEBI. And with regard to regulation, with regard to registration process, we would handhold you in terms of making you hear directly from the officers of SEBI. We do that. There are some questions therein pertaining to specialization, whether it would be possible to do more than one specialization in one go or in 1 year or in 15 months time. A couple of questions pertaining to specializations are there, dual and triple specialization. I think we have, the right person to answer these questions would be Ashwin because he has completed 2 specialization. So maybe you can
Right.
share what the process is.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. So what happens is once you complete the first specialization, right, which in the normal course, about I guess a few weeks or a few months, NISM sends you a reminder email or an informational email, which basically elicits your interest if you want to do the next specialization. Okay. This usually would happen maybe around in the 16th, 17th, or the 18th month of the course from the time the course starts. And then you do need to respond to it with which additional specialization you want to engage in. Okay. And then the admission formality is kind of little different, but it's offline. It's similar to how you do it the first time, just that you need to pay the fees separately, the additional fees, and then just join the 4th trimester whenever that is scheduled. Okay, that's about it.
Thank you so much. So as Ashwin has very rightly mentioned, if you are going for the second specialization, we call it dual specialization, you have to go, you have to do it with the next batch. In that situation, you are not, we would not require you to go through the first 3 trimester. You only have to do the specialization trimester followed by the dissertation in the specialization track you would like to take up. Similarly, if you would like to go for the third specialization, you can do it in the following year, again by going through the specialization track and the dissertation.
So as Rachna ma'am said, we have mentioned this in the FAQs. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. Under program structure and delivery, we have clearly mentioned the requirements with respect to dual and triple specialization. Okay. One question was with respect to the medium of instruction. The medium of instruction is in English. If you are from a vernacular medium, that's okay. But all our instructions and all our exams are also conducted in English only. So you may take note of that as well.
There is one question with regard to how to prepare for this interview. I think there are a couple of questions pertaining to that. And post the webinar also, we do receive questions on this line. So to one and all attending this webinar, I would like to tell you that impress my panel with your sincerity. We are not expecting sound, thorough understanding of securities market. No, we are going to be starting our first trimester with we will be building the blocks. We will be starting from the scratch, and the first 3 trimester are meant to provide thorough conceptual understanding in the subjects which were mentioned in the program architecture, leading you, preparing you up to the specialization track that is in the 4th trimester. However, if you are from a non-securities market, non-finance background, there would be an expectation that you would be able to provide some extra time during the week, to catch up with those who are coming with the experience of securities market. So as I mentioned, in your cohort, you would come across participants with 2.5, 3 decades of experience in securities market. So they would be part of your class. We would be starting from scratch. However, since classes are being conducted on the weekend and in 15 months, the kind of curriculum we have to finish, there would be certain level of engagement expected from non-finance, non-securities market participant. So if you are prepared to provide that kind of commitment, we would be very happy to have you on board.
Right, ma'am. Question whether this particular program can be done through on campus. This program is only delivered in a hybrid mode, that is online mode, or else you'll have to come to the classroom either at NISM's BKC office or NISM's Bashi office. This will also be communicated to in advance. However, this program is not conducted through the NISM Patalganga campus.
So it's not a residential program.
Yes.
However, NISM also offers a couple of residential programs. If you are looking for a residential program, you may visit our website and check out those programs. Application admission process is on for the other programs also. You can apply into those programs.
Yeah. Another question related to the recordings, etc. These are only shared on under exceptional circumstances only. Our endeavor is to make sure that you are in the class, attentive all throughout the 3 hour sessions as well. So recordings are only shared in exceptional circumstances where you are absent with prior permission, right? So we make sure that the attendance requirements are followed strictly as well. Then, yeah, sure. Go ahead,
Some of
ma'am.
you concerned about not receiving the interview call thus far. Therein, you may indicate the month they can
Yes.
expect to be called for the interview.
So the applications will remain open till May 15th. Okay, and once all the applications are received, the date of the online interviews will start from May 25 onwards, and the interview letters or call letters, as in, will be sent via email starting May 20th onwards. Right, so those of you who have completed the entire application process, you can start expecting the interview call letters from after May 20th, 20, right? And the interviews will begin from May 25th onwards. All the information will be communicated to your registered email address from NISM's admission team, right? So that was about the interview process.
There are some participants who are facing difficulties in submitting the application. They can reach out to our team separately. And here also you have mentioned, those who have mentioned the difficulties, our team will reach out and help you out.
Sure. So, one question with respect to whether all three specializations are mandatory. No, you can opt for one specialization also, and you can proceed with the course. All the three specializations are not mandatory.
In fact,
Right.
most of the participants do only one
Only one.
specialization.
Yes. They do only one. Another question with respect to whether this program is AICTE or UGC approved, would like to bring it to your attention. If you go through the SEBI regulations, this program is accepted as an educational qualification under SEBI regulations, the respective regulations that are there on your screen in the FAQs. However, this program is not recognized by AICTE or UGC regulations, or under does not has a AICTE or UGC acceptance or recognized under their rules. So that was about the recognition bit. Average experience in the class, finance or otherwise, as I mentioned, the age group itself is diversified. So we have a 22-year-old, 24-year-old also being part of the program with very little, 6 months or 1 year of experience also, and with someone in the group, as Rashna ma'am also mentioned, who is already a registered RIA or a practicing portfolio manager as part of the group. So the experience and the backgrounds again are diversified. Regarding the campus dates, these campus dates and the session dates also will be communicated to all of you in advance at the beginning of the program. So you will receive a detailed 15-month calendar with the campus immersion dates also. So you can plan all your activities around the academic calendar, which we share in advance. And not only share in advance, but we follow it with our to the right. Even so, just to give all of you an idea, we had a class on 14th Feb, Valentine's Day, and a full house. So you can, and even yesterday when there was cricket match, there was full house on the class. So we are following that calendar to the.
No, but then at the same time, must mention that after 3-4 weeks, there are some weekends which we are providing as an off, and we do keep in mind the festive seasons. And also, as he was talking about the cricket match, if we have an advance intimation that some big match will be organized 15 months in advance, if we know, we'll not keep the classes. So there would be flexibility, but once the academic calendar is shared, we follow it so that you can plan your other activities and your family and other engagements, comfortably.
So we understand, even our faculty members understand, and to add to that, we also give you prior intimation on when the quizzes and assignments will be conducted. So each one of you have sufficient time enough to prepare for those assignments, exams as well, and with detailed instructions from the faculty to ensure that you have sufficient time and you can prepare well in advance and appear for the tests as well. Right. Some more questions. I'll just see if.
I think most of the questions we have answered there. There are some specific technical questions here and there. It would be a good idea that we go through all these questions in detail and respond to them through email.
Right.
So as they are giving us the questions here, we do get their email ID. So it will take about a couple of days' time. Maybe by end of the week, we will respond to them individually over mail.
Sure, I'll do that. So request to all the participants, please go through the FAQs and the prospectus as well. Most of the questions that we see will be answered there. Specific questions, you can obviously email it to them, even if they occur after this webinar, later on, maybe a couple of days later also. Please email it to the respective email IDs also, pgpibr@nism.ac.in, right? So we can also call us. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, ma'am. Sorry.
Just one more thing I wanted to add. A question has been asked a couple of times about whether the person would be called for the interview. Rest assured, yes. The only thing is that right now we are inviting the application. Once the process is over, if you are meeting the basic eligibility requirement, you would be called for the interview. And
Right.
meanwhile, you all can go through the FAQ, very detailed FAQ. Over a period of last 5 years, what we have been doing, we are only adding more queries and questions. As we receive queries and questions in webinars like this, we add to our FAQ. So it's very likely that the question which you have, in case it is not answered in the last, in this webinar, would already be answered in the webinar. So may I humbly request you go through the FAQ, and in case your question is not answered in the FAQ, you can write to us. We will respond to you over email.
Sure, ma'am. So I think, right. Okay. So I think we have answered, ma'am, most of the questions. We are at time at 4:30. We'll respond to their questions and queries later on as well. And meanwhile, we can, with your permission, we can end the webinar here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Anujji and Ashwinji, for spending some time on Monday afternoon and joining us, and most importantly, sharing your thoughts and your experiences. I'm sure this will be a value add to all the prospective participants joining this webinar. Right. So thank you once again. Thank you to the IT team and the support team as well for ensuring that the webinar was seamless and we were right on time. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anush. Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, man.
Thank you, Anuji. Thank you.